Hello and welcome everyone to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. And today we want to ask about the person on your mind. How do they feel about you? And what do they want to say to you? So take a look at the 4 cat cards. And once you've chosen one that tickles your fancy, find your timestamp in the description below. And let's find out their feelings, their thoughts, and their true intentions together. Hello and welcome to your reading group 1. So if you were drawn to the first card, the 5 of Wands, this is very significant because you pulled the 5 of Wands twice. So the way this person sees you, feels about you, or even what they want to say to you is in regards to maybe a challenge that they have with you in regards to this connection. It also means the devil is in the details. So maybe they see you as a very detail-orientated sort of person. But to me, it's telling me that there's history there. They have to know you well to know all of the devils in your details. And to be honest, by the looks of things, this could be an ex, someone who you have split up with. Or this could be a connection if you're currently in a relationship that is having a lot of challenges right now. And maybe you could feel like it's a sort of make or break situation. And for anyone who is thinking of someone who they haven't been in a relationship with yet, this is someone with deep commitment issues. So anyway, this is just the general synopsis. Let me take a closer look at the cards and we'll channel some deeper messages. So their dark confession group 1 is that they're not sure they can meet your expectations. The pressure is too much for them. So if it's someone you were with, I feel like they felt that you put a lot of pressure on them in regards to this connection. And maybe they felt like they disappointed you. Or maybe you told them how disappointed you were in this connection. And I feel like this person, even though they're missing you, they're kind of relieved in a way to have dropped some sort of burden that came with this connection. Not that they view you or this connection as a burden, but it put a lot of weight on them that they just didn't feel strong enough to carry. They weren't ready for the commitment or the weight that comes with that commitment. You're a very deep and heavy energy. And I'm not talking about physically, I'm talking about spiritually, energetically. You're a very heavy energy and I'm feeling my hands getting weighed down. So this is confirmation you've got a heavy soul, an old soul. And I feel like with this person, your spirit felt a bit tainted. And if the devil's in the details, maybe that's what it took for you to take a closer look at this connection to see that maybe this person was your challenger, your opponent, instead of someone who was on your team or a lover. Maybe it was like sleeping with the enemy instead of sleeping with your lover. Yeah, for some, not all, I feel like if it was someone you had an intimate connection with, you felt like even when it was romantic or you were getting intimate, it felt like having sex. Yeah, this person, maybe they don't know what that deep, intimate making love feels like. I'm hearing 50 Cent in the club. So they're into having sex and not making love. That's what I'm hearing. They're kind of in a sort of tainted energy right now. And this could be one of the reasons why this connection didn't go the distance or go to plan, I'm hearing. So they dropped the ball. Any expectations you put on them, they dropped it. and they know that and they feel it and they want to apologize to you for letting you down. And, you know, if they deeply hurt you, deeply betrayed you, it was because they couldn't handle the heaviness, the commitment. They ran away from it instead of stepping up. They stepped out. Yeah, and my voice kind of cracked. So yeah, maybe someone did step out. Maybe someone has a problem with apologizing and admitting what they've done wrong. But yeah, I feel like this isn't the most loving of connections right now. And I seen 444 on the clock. So they got very triggered when you don't agree with them. So you could have had a massive disagreement, or just in general, you could have very contrasting personalities. And maybe like the old saying, opposites attract. But it's like, even what attracted these opposites, it kind of made you counteract instead of connecting or attracting. It made you repel each other. I feel like this is someone that either you have the ick towards, or that's how they feel about you and this connection. But yeah, I feel like if it's you who has the ick with them, they can pick up on the ick. And they don't like that. They don't like that you don't view them in high regard, because they like to be seen in high regard. They like to have their ego stroked. They like to be agreed with. And when someone doesn't agree with them, they take it personally. They get offended. And they feel like it's a personal insult to them. So you could have insulted them, or they could have felt like you offended their intelligence because you didn't agree with the way they done things, maybe the way they saw the world. You could have just had drastically different mindsets, and that could be another reason why this connection didn't work out. But with the Ace of Pentacles, I feel so rich for knowing true love. I see how easy it is to create wealth when you know someone like you to love. So they view you as someone with a lot of potential. And even if you're not someone who is financially abundant right now, they see that potential in you. Maybe they wouldn't admit to you how much potential they actually seen in you, they seen in this connection. I do feel like there was some sort of investment, but whatever investment it was, it fell. Like something was disappointing about this connection. So the things that you did invest didn't pay back. It didn't pay off. But this person, I feel like if it's an ex, they're still in love with you, and they had to say goodbye to you, even though they wanted to stay with you. It felt like when they were with you, they were still running away from the connection. They were running away from intimacy. They were running from commitment. So this person could be crying over spilt milk and missing you a lot. But with deep reflection, I'm not sure they're ready to do this deep reflection. But once they do it, they will realize that a lot of it was them pushing back, and you have to give and take, and there has to be a push and pull sort of energy. And they felt like you were pushing them, so that made them pull away. It made them run away. But then maybe when you took your energy back, they're offended, they're upset now that you don't have the time of day for them, that you don't want to listen to them, and that you're not running towards them. This person may want you to chase them. And if you're not chasing them right now, they could really be in their emotions, in their feelings about that. With music inspiration here, this is just confirming with the Ace of Pentacles that they see you as an investment, and they see you as someone who's very talented, someone who has a lot of potential, and someone who has a lot to express. You've got a heavy soul, but that's what it takes to create. You could be a creator. And yeah, this person views you as their muse, their inspiration. And even if they didn't always treat you right, I feel like they maybe always assumed you'd be there. And now if you're not in their life, they feel like that inspiration, that soul, that music is gone, because that music was made and created with you. Yeah, it's like they feel like they could make sweet music with you, but they didn't always act very sweetly or treat you very sweetly. With the Marriage Sacred Union card reversed, This is telling me that either one or both of you in this connection is or was a commitment phobe. And them being a commitment phobe and running from the connection, running from their feelings, running from intimacy. So yeah, one or both of you could also have issues with intimacy, issues with connection. So someone's commitment issues and someone who wasn't taking their vows seriously, if this was someone you were married to, this could be why this person isn't in your life anymore. And even if they are, I feel like you could feel like they're kind of taking your inspiration. Instead of giving you inspiration, they're taking it, they're draining it. But they view you as someone who gives them joy. They view you as their heart, their true love. I just really got drawn to true love there. And I just realized you can't see one of the hearts. So yeah, this person really struggles with putting their heart on the table and really opening up about their emotions. But the reality is, even though they see you as their true love and their dream come true, they can't be the person you know and they know that you need them to be. They can't promise you anything. If anything, they can just promise you sex. They can't even promise you making love. Because when it comes to love, they can feel it, but they run from it. They don't embrace it. They don't open up. And maybe you feel like an island even when you're close with this person. And yeah, this person could literally be at a distance from you, or you could just feel like you and this person are very distanced emotionally right now. Physically also for some. The heat between us is intense, but they still feel that heat even from far away. They can't stop thinking about you. They still think about you in a sexual way. So if this is someone you've already had these encounters with, they're reminiscing, they're remembering, they're going down memory lane. And for some, they're staying there. They're crying over spilt milk. But as I said, even when you were getting intimate with this person, you could have felt like there was still a distance there, a distance emotionally. So, yeah, this person does want to say sorry, and they do view you in high regard. And they're just sorry that their behavior has led you to view them in such low regard. It's like mediocre, low quality, instead of, high quality. It's like you're a masterpiece, group one, and this person, they couldn't appreciate a masterpiece. Even when it was right in front of them, you could be an open book, but this person was illiterate. For some, they could be literally illiterate. And that could be why they struggle with expression. They struggle with words. And there's a lot to say, but they don't know how to say it. They don't know how to express it. And maybe that's why you walked away, because you need more than that. You're a heavy and deep soul. And if this person wasn't reciprocating that, well then, I feel like no matter how hot and intense it was, the coldness, the detachment still always came through in the end with this person. So you could be feeling that way about them right now, but they still miss you even if they are upset that you don't miss them. So let's get you some advice. Let me just get a random card. What is the advice for group one in regards to this connection? Please and thank you. We have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords represents boundaries. She represents not being messed with. I always get kind of Queen Elizabeth energy from the Queen of Swords. And yeah, with the kingdom behind her, I feel like you're very family oriented. You protect your kingdom. You would protect your kingdom with your life. And Queen Elizabeth's motto was never complain and never explain. So I feel like you're not explaining yourself to this person. You're not explaining your feelings or emotions anymore. Oh, this also fell. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is the conflict being over. The battle has ended and you won, group number one. So this person could be waving their white flag. They could want you to take them back. And it could represent, the battle being over, but there's still more battles to come with this person because there's deep wounds and, you deeply trigger each other and maybe use rub salt in each other's wounds instead of healing each other's wounds. So the Queen of Swords represents a double-edged sword with this connection, and you are walking away, you're putting up your boundaries, and by doing that, you're winning the battle. And they realize a little too late, ironically, that the one that they love is the one that they lost because they couldn't act right and they couldn't treat them right. And that's what I'm getting from this group of cards. So let me know down below if this resonated, how you feel about this, what you'd like to see next. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Personal readings are available if you're interested. Make sure to come back and connect with me again very soon. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah. Hello and welcome group 2. So if you are drawn to the Hangman, you are here in the right place. And today we're asking, what does your person want to say to you? And just how do they feel? What's on their mind? So if we're going to start with the first card, the Hangman, this could tell me that your person is feeling uncertain right now. And you could also be feeling like this connection is uncertain, or even your own feelings about this person. They could change, or you could feel like you're unsure as to where this connection is going, or even if it's going anywhere at all. And if you're in a relationship, if this is someone you're currently dating or married to or in a relationship with the Hangman, you could feel like things are a bit stagnant right now. You're at a stalemate and you're not sure what your next move should be. Maybe instead of working together as a team, you could be feeling distanced or isolated from each other emotionally. And you could feel like the connection is in limbo. I'm really getting a limbo sort of energy. So you could both feel like this, or your person could be feeling like this. And with the 7 of Cups here, this is the card of daydreams, of illusions, but also of choices. So your person could feel uncertain about this connection because they have a lot of options. They have a lot of choices to make. They could even feel at a crossroads in their lives, and they need to decide whether they want to maybe live the single life or to settle down. And if you are one of numerous options, maybe they don't want to commit themselves to anyone right now, and they're kind of just playing the field. And for others of you, if this isn't someone you're just talking to or dating and you are in a connection with them, I feel like you feel that their attention isn't fully on you, that they're distracted, and you want them to pay attention. You want them to focus. You want to say, wake up, and kind of nearly slap them around the face with some sense. Yeah, this could be like a wake-up call for the relationship. Someone making an ultimatum, or even a make or break, because with the funeral here and the GPS, it's like if this connection isn't going anywhere anytime soon, well then let's just put it 6 feet under. Let's just move on and take another route. Maybe instead of being on this journey together, you could be going your separate ways. So this could be you kind of in decision-making mode. You could be weighing up the pros, the cons, and just weighing up all the options. And with justice, you want to feel justified. You don't want to just throw this connection away. This could be somebody you put a lot of time, energy, and emotions into, and they could be included in a lot of your life. You could run in the same friend groups. When it comes to family get-togethers, everything is combined. You collaborate, because with the 3 of Pentacles, I want to include you in my projects. I want to collaborate with you in a financial way. This could be someone you share a bank account with, or if this isn't a romantic relationship, it could be a co-worker, it could be a co-collaborator, or someone, an investor even. But this person sees the potential that you could go. They know they could go the distance with you because they see you as dedicated and committed. And very sturdy and stable is what I'm hearing. And they're very grateful to have someone like you in their life. Someone could be 19, 20, 21, or those dates could be significant. But the thing is, they're allowing their fears to overtake them. They're afraid of love. They do have strong affection for you, but they're also afraid to take the next step with you. So this could be to fully committing themselves to you. This could even be if you're casually dating someone, they're afraid to make it official, to go exclusive with you. If this is someone you're in a relationship with, they could be afraid to move in with you because there is a door and keys here. They could be afraid to take that next step or to propose, or maybe if you are engaged, you could feel at a stalemate and that, it's not moving on to marriage. When is this going to happen? Someone could have promised a lot of things, and when it comes down to the demonstration, it's just not there. It's just not giving. So I feel like you could feel like they're not giving to this connection, but they could also feel about you that you're not giving. But they see how dedicated you are and they're grateful for that. They're grateful for your support. And they understand that if you're not giving, it's for a reason. You don't do things without reason because you're also very logical. And this helps make them feel stable. Sometimes they could go to you with their problems because they feel like you've got more sense. You'll know exactly what to do. They view you as very intelligent, someone who knows their shit, and they love that about you. And, even if this isn't a serious connection, they do still feel very strongly about you. They feel like there's a strong potential and the love is there. They're feeling that love. And the thing is, right now they're stuck because they don't want to move forward. They don't want to go back. They don't want to just repeat the past. They're kind of happy where they are because they'd rather be stuck than have to do the hard work in order to make these moves, these future plans. They're not doing it. They're not demonstrating it. They still need to figure themselves out. So for some, not all, the person on your mind, if it is someone you're committed to and in a connection with, they could have felt like they overcommitted themselves to you, to this relationship, and they lost a sense of their identity or who they are. And they need to find themselves, rediscover themselves, and figure out what else they want in life, what else they love. And maybe you could be taking this personally, thinking, well, what do you want? Someone else? I feel like this person is in search of something else, but maybe they can't really define what that something is just yet. But they know there's a part of them missing, there's a part of them lacking. And maybe you could feel like this is rubbing off in the relationship. You could feel like they're viewing this relationship or you as lacking. And you could be lacking self-confidence, and you could feel like this is why the relationship isn't giving, because they're too busy trying to focus and figure themselves out. And you just feel overlooked. You feel like they're looking at everything else, even everyone else. Someone could be worried that their partner is creeping, or just that their head keeps getting turned and they get distracted by the wrong things, the wrong people. For some, you could view this person as hanging out in the wrong crowds, and, you could tell them that, if you go down or they go down, you're going to go down with them. Like, all right, mate, it's your funeral. But yeah, it could be that this relationship, even though it's a stable connection and they view you as stable, it could be on shaky, unstable ground. And someone could just be waiting for someone else to put the final nail in the coffin, because someone's letting their fears overtake them, and the fears are overcoming the love. And even though you could have both made a commitment to overcome any obstacles together, you could feel like they're focusing on them and they're committing to themselves, but by doing that, they're kind of pushing your commitment or pushing you to the side. Will this pain ever stop? They do love you, but they view love as pain, and maybe they view the two as hand in hand. I did pick up justice energy earlier, so Libra could be significant, and someone could be trying to justify themselves to you, justify their actions. But there's a pain inside them, there's an ache, there's an emptiness, and they want to fill that. And maybe they thought love could fill it, and then maybe they put all of their expectations, all of their hope into the love cup, into your love cup. but they lack a sense of identity and they feel the need to rediscover themselves and dig deeper into their own soul, because maybe they do put their heart and soul in this connection. Maybe you do too. And this could be them telling you that maybe, because we don't have enough going on in our own separate lives, we're kind of taking it out on each other and we need to find other passions, other things that we love other than just each other, because it's like love is just not enough. Like there has to be more than that. And this person, even if they have a great love in their life with you, they do view you as the love of their life. Yeah, and they can see you having a future together, but they're afraid of fully going there and committing to that future. They're afraid of taking that next step. They can see you as a power couple, but when it comes down to it, they're not really making any moves right now. And if this is at a stalemate, you could both just be waiting for one or the other to make a move. And for those who it's a connection or someone who you're just dating, you could be waiting for them to make the next move or initiate some sort of contact or an offer, and vice versa. They could be waiting for you, and you could both be being very stubborn and playing hard to get. But yeah, if this person is playing hard to get, it's because they're trying to find themselves. It's not a personal slight or attack towards you. And they just want to tell you that, by finding themselves, it doesn't mean they have to lose you or this connection, but you need to be patient with them because they want to fill that void, that emptiness. And they know that there's still more to discover, not only with themselves, but with this love. So they want to see you doing the same thing, and they feel like maybe that will bring you back together and, working in harmony again. Because right now things are a little bit shaky, a bit disharmonious. I just seen 1111. So I do feel like you will find a solution to this conflict. And you will find what you are looking for. It's like you've already found the love of your life, but what about the rest of it? And this is you supporting each other, having each other's backs, instead of being on each other's backs about it. So let's get you some advice in regards to this connection. I'm not going to look. And what have we got? Oh, sideways, we have the Four of Wands. I'm going to take it this way because the Four of Wands is about enjoying where you are, feeling wanted and involved. And with the Three of Pentacles, they want you to feel wanted and involved. And they do want you involved in their life. But it's about finding that equilibrium. And the Four of Wands is the 1111 card also. So this is double confirmation that everything is going to be okay. They want to tell you that everything is going to be okay. And they are happy and content right where they are with you in this relationship. And what they haven't been content about is a more personal issue. They just want your support as they figure that out and figure themselves out. Because no matter where the journey leads them, they want you to be by their side. And the Four of Wands also relays travel and social messages. So this person does want to travel in the future with you, even though this connection might feel stuck right now with the Hanged Man. Your advice is that you will come through it on the other side, and you will travel away from this stuck place, and you will get over this hump. And yeah, better things are yet to come. And that's what they wanted to know. So thank you for being here with me today, Group 2. Let me know if you enjoyed this, if you resonated with this, what you'd like to see next. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Personal readings are available. Make sure to come back and connect with me again very soon. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah. Hello and welcome to your reading, Group 3. So if you were drawn to the Six of Swords card, this can represent peace of mind after a struggle. And you could feel like after a period of stress, this is you putting your sword down. This is you resting. You want less stress and more success in your life. And this is you kind of traveling, going outside the box. And you could even feel like you're discovering or even rediscovering yourself after a stormy period. This is the calm after the storm. So this person could view you as someone who's very relaxed, someone who has had their storms in the past, but you've come out the other side. And they really admire that about you. I feel like whoever this is, this person does deeply admire your strength and your patience and your grace. That's what I'm hearing. I seen 111. So yeah, they view you as very divine and in alignment, very graceful is what I'm hearing. So with these cards here, King of Cups, the Moon, they're dark confession. Let's get this done and over with, because if it's someone you're in a relationship with and you're committed to, you could feel like this person, if they're not cheating, if they're not seeing someone else literally, they have a very addictive personality. And this could be them kind of being addicted to things that you don't approve of, as in porn. So if this is someone you're committed to already and they're not out there on the streets acting like a dog, a dog in heat, I'm hearing a bitch in heat. So you could be the masculine, you could be thinking about feminine. So anyway, I'm getting a few different stories. So if this is someone you're seeing and they're not seeing someone else per se, you're seeing something that they do as disrespectful to this relationship. You're seeing kind of something else as cheating, or them giving their time to other people, other things, other places, etc. You're seeing something that this person is doing as disrespectful towards you. Now for others, for a lot of you who are single and this is someone you're just talking to, you're just dating, this person, their dark confession is that it's not just you that they're talking to or that they're dating. But if they haven't made a commitment to you, they don't feel the need to disclose this information. This is their dark confession. So maybe it's not something they will willingly talk about or willingly tell you. If this is a casual sort of a relationship, that's how they're keeping it and that's how they're thinking about it. And it could be a way to kind of guard themselves, because they could feel like relationships have caused them a lot of strife and a lot of stress. So they're keeping their options open. They're being kind of carefree and chilled out about the whole thing. So with the King of Cups, I feel grounded in my emotions and I want to hold you. I'm not letting other things or people bring us down. I'm here for you. This person is very stable in their emotions. I could almost nearly call them a master of their emotions. So they've learned how to dominate, dictate, control their own emotions, because they feel like in the past they've allowed their emotions to lead them, and it led them into destruction. It could have even led them into heartbreak. I did see 420, so this person could love weed. You could love weed. Someone likes getting high. Someone really gets in their mind, you know, and yeah, someone could like, is it indica or sativa? But whatever it is that gives them the head high, they love that. I'm channeling that song actually by Doja Cat. It's very relaxing. It's called Head High. So someone just likes being in that vibe and even vibing with themselves. Creative. I'm really getting creative energy, especially with the King of Cups. So this person, they've learned how to make their emotions work with them instead of working against them. But they've learned the hard way. I feel like this person has learned maybe a lot of things the hard way. They've had a lot of hard experiences or lessons in their life. With the Moon here, you could feel like it's an illusion. How do they feel for you? Because they don't make it known. They don't broadcast their feelings or their emotions. They keep it guarded. And this is their way of being in control of themselves. They don't reveal too much because they feel like they're going to be left with nothing. Yeah, so they could have a fear or kind of a lack or scarcity mindset. So they don't want to give their heart away, because they feel like it's just going to be trampled on again, or maybe they feel like it's going to get damaged. So this person could even feel like they're damaged goods. They could still be on their healing journey. So with the moon, I had a rough childhood, so I easily start thinking the worst case scenarios. I know most are illusions, but they feel so real. So this person, they do really have a good imagination, but sometimes that imagination can work against them because they kind of self-destruct or what's the word? Sabotage their connections. Yeah, sabotage. They could be in a real self-sabotage sort of energy, or you could feel like in one way or the other, they're trying to sabotage this connection by just being elusive, by making you feel like you have more questions than answers. That's how you feel when it comes to this person. They're very mysterious, and yeah, you always feel like they're holding something back, or they're withholding a bit of themselves back. And the moon can also mean like withholding information. So you could feel like there's something they're not telling you about, or a secret that they're keeping well hidden. Yeah, and you could be in detective mode, investigation mode. When it comes to love and this relationship, they view it as a gamble. It would be taking a chance for them by fully committing to you, fully committing to this relationship, because they're not sure that they're not going to fuck it up. They're so used to sabotage and self-sabotage. They don't want to pass that on to you. So yeah, they kind of do sabotage their own relationships. And this could be because they have such an addictive personality. And maybe if they're the creative type, you could feel very shut out when they're in the zone. I feel like this person has a lack of confidence. So they could use things like drink, drugs, substances, sex, porn, anything that you can be addicted to. This person could potentially get addicted to. They might have their vices, even if it's specific or particular. They do have massive regrets because now that they've had a taste, they can't stop, and they feel like that with you. So they could be very obsessive and possessive when it comes to this connection, and they could want you all to themselves, and they could kind of refuse to give themselves to you or refuse to give their emotions to you because they don't trust you and they don't feel like you're doing that. So that's how they're self-sabotaging this, because they're kind of putting their own fears, their own connection issues and commitment issues onto you. They're finding ways to stop themselves from committing and finding ways to not have these deep conversations. They're kind of intentionally keeping it at the shallow end instead of letting things go deeper or getting to a deeper level. Because they feel like, new levels, new devils, and it's going to bring up a lot more issues, a lot more traumas. So they could have a childhood and maybe they felt unloved in their childhood and they found other things or people to make them feel better, to use as plasters. But yeah, I said to use. So they use things to stop the pain. They use things to numb them. And when it comes to emotions, they could actually feel emotionally numb right now. And they do need to build up their confidence. They need to see their own potential instead of waiting for other people to see their potential. They look for validation in other people, and that's what's been stopping them. And maybe in the past they've been promiscuous and it made them feel even more hollow or empty inside because they realize that that's not the answer. That's bullshit. They fed themselves bullshit in order to keep feeding their habit, to keep feeding their ego. So this person, they know they're in the wrong, but they can't stop feeding these habits, this ego, these demons. And the demons feed on fear. I just heard a car going very loud. So yeah, they're feeding the demons and it's kind of accelerating them down the highway to hell, I'm hearing. But this person wants you to be right by their side. But you could think, well, if you're on the road to the highway to hell, I'm out of here. You could be feeling like you're ready to jump ship if you're in a commitment with this person. Because it could be a karmic relationship. For some, this could be an ex who is still not over you. and, you know, who still feels like there's unfinished business here. And if it's someone you're currently with, you could be trying to find a way to turn any toxicity upside down and to make things peaceful. The Six of Swords is about calm after the storm. And, you know, with the toxicity reversed, this could be both of you finding a compromise, finding the calm, but it's facing these addictions, because they will overtake you, or, you know, eat you alive. They will consume you. So this person could be feeling like their addictions are consuming them, and they see you in a better place and in healing mode, and they don't want to give you their traumas, their issues, because it feels like they may have a heavy load. They may have some heavy baggage, especially when it comes to their childhood and trauma in the past. Yeah, if they haven't cheated, I feel like in the past they've been cheated on, and they really hold on to that, and they project that, and they worry about it, and their fears just keep consuming them. And yeah, so they kind of project it onto any new connections they have, the same issues that they had in the old connection. So they're bringing that old baggage to new connections, and you could be feeling that. And that could be why they're not ready to fully commit. They don't want to just put all that baggage on someone, because, yeah, it's like they have very strong shoulders. So they literally could have strong shoulders. But yeah, I feel like they're not coming from a bad place by not committing. They're coming from a place of maturity and reflection and healing. And they just don't want to make your healing journey any harder. And they could feel like it's a risk to commit again. And that's why they're stopping themselves from committing, because with the King of Cups, they're very emotional. They have very deep emotions. So there's a reason they intentionally keep it at the shallow end, because they're afraid if they go any deeper, they're going to drown in their emotions. And that's why they drown their emotions out or numb them out, because that's how strong their emotions are. So this person literally could have very strong emotions for you, but they keep it concealed, because they don't want you to use their feelings against them. I feel like maybe in the past their feelings were used against them or as a weapon. So this is why this person keeps a lot of their feelings to themselves, but you could feel like they're not to be trusted because of this. And you could feel like they're not to be trusted because they're projecting that they don't trust anybody, and they're self-sabotaging, they're behaving accordingly. And that could be where this sort of illusion is coming from. So I do feel like they have strong and deep feelings for you, Group 3, even if they haven't revealed it yet. But they're telling themselves all the reasons not to, instead of all the reasons why they should go for it. So they're still trying to convince themselves to commit and to trust. And they're still on that healing journey. And they don't want anyone to make that harder for them. And they don't want to make anyone else's journey harder by promising anything or promising something that they can't give right now, like their heart. So that's why they're keeping it on guard and to themselves. So let's get the advice for Group 3. What is the advice for this connection? Please and thank you. We have the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay. So the Five of Wands in reverse, this can relate to deception and dishonesty. And Group 3, this could be an indication that if you feel like they're being deceptive already and your deception detector is going off, that your intuition is right. So Spirit is telling you to trust your intuition, because it's never going to steer you in the wrong way. And this person could be trouble with a capital T, and this connection could be a distraction, I'm hearing, or a disaster waiting to happen. Yeah, I'm hearing a song called True Disaster by Tove Lo. So you could view them as a true disaster, or just that this connection is destined for disaster. You could feel like this person is a gossip, or that people gossip about this connection. And ultimately, I feel like you may view this person or this connection as unstable or unreliable. And this is Spirit telling you not to put all your eggs into this person's basket right now, because they're carrying a very heavy load emotionally, even though they try to numb this. And they can't really give you that genuine, truthful connection, because they're still fighting their own shadows and dealing with their own demons right now. Yeah, and they really do fantasize, and they use their imagination when it comes to you. They do get creative, especially at nighttime. And their nighttime fantasies. Yeah, it really does stimulate them. You could stimulate this person, but they don't want you to just tolerate their bullshit. They want to be called out on their behavior. They could have a tendency to try to dominate in relationships. But they like the challenge, especially with the Five of Wands reversed. They want someone who's going to challenge them, who's going to call them out. They want to meet their match. And they really do view you as a potential match, potentially the one. But you've still got a lot left to prove in their eyes. And it's going to take a lot more before they fully trust and put their heart on the table. So thank you for being here with me today, Group 3. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below what you thought, what your feedback is, what you'd like to see next. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Personal readings are available. And thank you for spending time with me. Goodbye and God bless, and come back soon. Mwah. Hello and welcome to your reading, Group 4. So if you are drawn to the 4th card, Strength, I feel like this person you're thinking about, you see them as very strong, but I also feel like they look up to you, they admire you, and they feel like you're someone who is very stable and very kind of authoritative. They kind of look to you when it comes to, when they need grounding, is what I'm feeling. They view you as a very steady person in their life, and they see you as on the ball, reliable is the word that's coming to mind. So they view you as very reliable. And I am picking up straight away that they really do love you. And with the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles, this is telling me that they may let their trust issues from the past, or even experiences from their past relationships, even from their childhood. For some, your person could have a traumatic childhood. And maybe if they felt like their own parents betrayed them, this is a deep wound. They feel like absolutely everyone is going to betray them. Yeah, and that was confirmation, that flick of the candle. They kind of are a bit suspicious. They're giving the world and her sister the side eye. And the fact I said the world and her sister, I'm looking at competition, the other woman. So this person could be very competitive. And this could be someone who views you as the right person to have on their side. And they want to keep you on their side. If this is someone you're in a connection with and a relationship with, marriage, you could feel like in the past, they made you feel like you were in competition for their love. You could have felt like they weren't fully focused on you, on this connection. And if you felt like you had to fight for their love, this is something that, sorry, I'm getting messages coming in left, right, and center here. Yeah, I feel like he's messaged a lot, or he's in contact a lot. It's coming from one side, this side. Yeah, so both sides, it's like a tennis match. So someone could love tennis. I do feel like yous are constantly in competition, in contact. But yeah, in a way, you could feel like you're in competition with this person. They could feel like your opponent or your competitor instead of your lover or your friend or someone who's on your side. You could sometimes wonder or worry about whose side are they really on. You could really worry about their motives or their intentions. I feel like you and this person have a strong and a deep love together. But in the past, someone could have slipped up. Confirmation, yeah. So someone could have slipped up and maybe stepped out of the relationship or made someone feel like they were in competition or that they were looking elsewhere outside of the connection. And if this wasn't them making you feel like this, they could feel like you made them feel like they were in competition. But I feel like this is them kind of stepping up, even if they feel like they are in a competition for your love. They're realizing this is like a commit or quit, step in, step up, or step out altogether. Yeah, commit or quit, shit or get off the pot. So I'm getting maybe ultimatums. Someone could be telling the other that things need to change and we need to make a strategic plan. So I feel like either you or the person on your mind, I feel like the person on your mind is disorganized and you're the strategic one. You're the one who is stable and keeps them grounded. And this person could be a bit messy, energetically, and maybe they don't have a lot of boundaries physically, even spiritually. This person could cross your boundaries. And it could be someone you were on and off with in the past, because with closing this cycle, moving on, letting go, loving you, free. If this isn't someone you're currently connected with, this could be about an ex, and you could have left this ex because they wouldn't give up their player ways. They could have cheated. They could have put you in competition with someone else. And this could be you closing this cycle, letting go and being free of their love instead of fighting for it tooth and nail. Yeah, someone could like be hanging on to this relationship with the skin of their teeth. I did think of that song, Fight for This Love. Does anyone remember Cheryl Cole? Because that was one of her songs. And if it's worth having, it's worth fighting for. So I do feel like there's commitment here. So it's either someone you're committed to or an ex that you were committed to. And this person could still want to fight for this love and be holding on by the skin of their teeth. And you could be trying to move on. You could be trying to let go. So let's read these and then we'll talk a bit more. I feel like you talk, but you don't always communicate efficiently. So you could be talking a lot, but nothing's going in, nothing's going through. Maybe you feel like when you explain things to them, it's going in one ear and out the other. So with the Ten of Swords, I was betrayed so many times in the past that I prefer to end things before they even start, to avoid that type of pain again. So yeah, if they feel like they were rejected by their own parents or they felt rejected in their past relationships, they'd rather be the one being rejected. Maybe they feel like they're always the one that gets rejected and they're afraid that you're going to reject them. And it takes strength to kind of believe in this connection, to believe that you won't reject them, because automatically they just feel like everyone is going to reject them. I'm getting mother issues, or maybe someone has issues with a parent, a single parent. I am getting mother issues for some though. I feel alone and in the dark. Where's my light? Maybe someone's mother never really embraced them for who they truly were. And this feeling rejected in their youth could really have given them issues, mommy issues. And they could reject women or see women in a specific light. And even if this is another feminine, this feminine could be in her toxic femininity instead of her divine femininity. Because this could be a woman who, I'm getting bunny boiler energy, who's a bitch to protect herself, basically. So with the Five of Pentacles, I like getting ego boost from material achievements. So each time I'm insecure about money, I run away from you or others. So this person doesn't feel stable financially. They could view you as the more stable one, not only spiritually, but financially too. They could be a bit reckless with money. You could feel like they're very wasteful of money. And I feel like when it comes to money, like that's their security, and maybe they cover their insecurities with material things. Like maybe they love shopping. Maybe they love wearing a certain brand. They like projecting a certain version of themselves onto the world. Because it's like they get ego boost, but from these shallow things. And when they feel alone and in the dark and they're looking for that light, they realize that they haven't actually really found that spark or found that light within themselves. Instead of their divine femininity or masculinity, they're in their toxic masculinity or femininity, because it could be due to issues with a parent, issues with past relationships. But yeah, it's because they don't really know who they truly are, what they're truly here to do. They're not in tune with their divine spiritual purpose. And this makes them feel like they're kind of floating and they need grounding. And that's why they look to you, because you're strong, you're grounded, you're stable. You could feel like you know your own purpose, or, you know, you have some sort of direction that you're following. And this person could just be following you because they don't have their own sense of direction, because they don't know what it is that really sets their heart and soul on fire. So if this is an ex for some, this could be an ex on their healing journey, trying to find themselves because they don't know who they are anymore. And if this is someone you are committed to in a connection with, I feel like they're trying to close out these toxic cycles. Maybe it started from a young age. They don't want to carry on these familial patterns. I feel like they want to have a family with you. Home is where the heart is. You could live with this person. If they were a player in the past, they want to turn this around. And they want to be more strategic. They want to make a plan. They want to plan their future with you. They don't want you to feel like an option. They want you to know that you're their only option. They'd choose you every time. But if they made you feel in the past like they put this connection at risk, it's like they know they have a lot to prove. And when it comes to actually proving it, they're struggling because they're still falling down. When it comes to their healing, they still have open wounds. Yeah, I'm getting from childhood. So they still have open wounds that they haven't fully faced. And with the apple, I'm getting Adam, Eve, Lilith energy. So someone definitely could have cheated. Lilith is like the other woman. So maybe this could be like Lilith bringing in a specific message for someone who is here today. Lilith would be demonized and known as kind of a demon, a dark goddess. But where her story, she was the first woman. She came before Eve, but she was made equal to Adam. So she refused to submit her will to Adam. So she was banished to hell. And Eve was made from Adam's rib in order to submit, to know her place. So Lilith wouldn't have known her place in accordance to Jewish mythology. So this is about you, or this person knowing their place. They're trying to find their place. They could have been demonized or the black sheep of the family. People could have got the wrong idea about them. And maybe it's like you could view them as having bad intentions, but they're just misunderstood. And they kind of have to make a sacrifice. They have to change and go their own way, because something that they were doing either in this connection or just in their life in general, it's not working, it's not giving. And they're realizing that when it comes to love and their heart, that they need to be fully healed and fully satisfied in order to provide that to you. And they're realizing that they're not. They have to free themselves from the past, from their toxic past. And if you're looking at them for your happiness, they're telling you, don't just do that. Don't put your eggs all in my basket, because I can't make you happy. I can't heal you or even heal your wounds. I'm still healing my own. And, you know, it's a tough battle and it's not for the faint of heart. So, they need to heal their own wounds before they can heal yours. And this could be them saying that you both have wounds to heal, and maybe you both have familial issues, and maybe you both avoided doing the shadow work with each other. And this is like the shadows creeping back up in this relationship of the past. Yeah, the ghosts of the past. So, I am scared of rejection. I was thinking of Scrooge, the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and Christmas yet to come. So they're thinking of you as like all of their Christmases yet to come. I'm hearing a song, Every Day is Christmas by Sia. Yeah, every day is Christmas with you by my side. So they want a future with you, and they want to have a strong future. They have strong emotions for you. And they can imagine having children. You could already have children and a commitment with this person, but they view you as their dream come true. Every day is Christmas when it comes to you. But they're realizing that, yeah, that's all fluff though, because every day we wake up, it doesn't feel like Christmas. Sometimes we wake up and it's our shadows, it's our nightmares, it's the things we were trying to escape from our past. Those shadows, those demons coming back to haunt us, to bite us. And they're doing a bit of ghost hunting and a bit of ghost busting right now. So someone could literally be a medium or a psychic. And this person, they could be playing all psychic. They're scared of rejection. So if they feel like you're rejecting them or you're pulling away, they want to get in there first. And they want to end it, or they want to have the last word. Because ultimately, they do fear you're going to reject them. And this could be an underlying issue in the relationship. Their fear of rejection, it goes back a long time. And maybe it is a familial pattern, but they need to heal these familial patterns before they can fully focus on you and the future family that they want to create with you. Because it's like their inner child is wounded and they need to heal that inner child before they focus on having, children of their own per se. And they don't want to repeat the sins of the father, I'm hearing, or the sins of the mother, whichever applies. And when they feel alone and in the dark, they don't see their own light, but they view you as the light through their darkness. So they do depend on you a lot, and they could put a lot of their emotions, a lot of their baggage on you, because they view you as a lot more capable than they view themselves. And even though you could remind them how strong they are, they kind of need to prove that to themselves. Maybe you've already proved your own strength to yourself and you've been through your darkness and you've found the light, you've come out the other side. But they need to realize that, the light, I'm hearing the lights are on, but no one's home. Yeah, because their mind is elsewhere. Their mind is in the past. So they need to find that light and reconnect and give their inner child a hug. To start healing these wounds. Yeah, otherwise their emotions and stuff they can't fully give when they're so unhealed. So they have a lot of wounds to heal, but they're hoping that you have the strength and the patience to deal with them, to put up with them, I'm hearing. And even if they've made you feel like an option in the past, they want you to know that you are their whole heart and soul, and you are the light in their darkness. And they're very grateful to have you. And they need to realize that instead of being shallow and avoiding the deeper issues, they really need to go there and they really need to do the shadow work. But they're hoping that you'll be waiting at home with the light on, even when they're fighting these shadows and fighting these ghosts of the past. But they're telling you that your happiness is ultimately in your own hands, because if you put it all in theirs, they'll drop it. They can't even handle their own right now. So make sure to find your own confirmation, find other sources of happiness so you aren't codependent on each other. And that's what this person wants to tell you. And before I forget, group 4, let's get your advice. What is the advice for group 4 and their person in regards to this connection? Please and thank you. We have the moon. So with the moon here, this is telling me that strength is going to overcome any obstacles or illusions that have been brought up in this connection. Not to take it personally that this shadow work that they're doing, it's within themselves. They're not seeing you in a bad light or this relationship in a bad light, but they're not really living themselves right, and they're not seeing themselves in the best light right now. So they're trying to change their ways and turn a new leaf. But they could be privately doing that shadow work right now. And if you feel like they're not being fully honest or transparent, it could be because these issues are very painful and they're still building up the strength and the courage in order to, discuss these with you, to give you permission to help them heal. And I just seen 111. So they do view you as their stability, their whole heart. But yeah, they still have a bit of healing to do when it comes to their inner child. And their heart still has a few scars. that may need a little bit of TLC right now and a bit of love and self-love. But the way they view you, group 4, you're going to be the one that kisses it better, and you're the one that they always come home to at the end of every day. So thank you for being here with me today. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Personal readings are available. Let me know down below if you resonated, what you want to see next. If you have any feedback or suggestions, those are also appreciated. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah.